The Super Round, television's toughest trial of mental and physical ability and the ultimate Krypton Factor challenge.
Tonight, 4 more contestants attempt to overcome it. The prize, a place in next week's Group B final.
Round 1, the assault course, where contestants are competing to beat individual target times based on age and gender. It isn't necessarily the first to finish who wins, but who performs best against his or her target time over a punishing 400-metre course.
And this is a very fast start to the assault course. Ireland's John Reynolds in red and Anil Sharma in blue making the early running, showing great technique through the switchback. And both of them being urged on there by the Army Physical Training Corps. But they're being closely pursued by Joy Mason in green and Jeremy Platt in yellow. Anil Sharma, a trainee accountant from Slough, making light work of the fireman's pole, is the youngest male contestant, and with targets based on age and gender, he knows that he has to put a fair distance between him and the others if he's going to win. Through the flat net, he's being hotly pursued by John, and he's also being hotly pursued by Joy, whose target time is 50 seconds less than Anil's.
I'm looking forward to having to go on that flight simulator. I mean, it looks like so much fun that I think I'll really enjoy that.
We're expecting a good performance from Joy Mason. She's a keen footballer from Bradford. But out in front at the moment is John Reynolds.
I always liked the programme when I saw it on TV. I thought I could give it a good run. I thought it would be a great experience to take part in something like that.
A good battle developing for first place, with Joy Mason chasing John and Anil. And as they tumble out of that S-bend, Anil regains the advantage, while at the back of the field, Jeremy Platt's in danger of losing touch with the other three.
The ward that I work in cares for children with leukemia and cancer. We've got relatively few patients, and so I know them all very well. I'm sure there'll be banners up to cheer me on.
John Reynolds and Anil Sharma neck and neck. There is nothing between them. But trouble for Joy getting caught in the S-bend, and Jeremy's overtaken her as they reach the chain steps. But the two leaders are still battling away over the A-frame. And again the advantage goes to Anil, and now Joy is catching Jeremy. And she's going to reach the A-frame first, and is still in with a good chance of catching the other two men.
I think my best round will probably be the mental agility. It's all about speed and response. I also wanted to pit myself against the men, just to find out how well they could do.
Through the water jump, John showing great reserves of energy, and you still couldn't choose between these two. Joy's pulling well away from Jeremy. It is all very, very close. She's definitely in with a chance. Anil's first across the rope bridge, and now Joy is coming through the water jump. She is just ahead of her target time, so she could still beat the men. It really is a tremendous battle, very fast times. Anil Sharma is first down the aerial slide, but he needs to be 4 seconds ahead of John if he is to win this. Jeremy last to reach the water jump, but it's too close to call between Anil Sharma and John Reynolds. A tough way to start, and it doesn't get any easier. Let's welcome now our contestants.
So, neck and neck on the assault course, but the winner from County Antrim, John Reynolds.
And the points break down from the assault course: 2 for Jeremy, 4 for Joy, 6 for Anil, and just 1 second ahead of his target time, John takes 10 points. Our second round examines contestants' powers of mental agility. Using touchscreen technology, they'll compete to answer a series of questions concerning separate groups of information: numbers, days of the week, cards and shapes. For example, if they were shown this set of numbers, 6, 7, 9 and 12, I might say the sum is 1 more than 12, and the correct answer would be 6 and 7, as they total 13. The questions come very fast, and the first person to answer correctly wins the point. So, ready, contestants? We start with numbers. 2 numbers less than 8. 1 number between. The sum is 1 more than 12. The difference is 5. 3 squared plus 3. 6 letters. Neither odd nor divisible by 4. 1 more than half of 12. Days of the week. 9 letters. Midway between Monday and Sunday. No S. 3 days after 2 days before Wednesday. 2 images to the right of Wednesday. 4 days before the 3rd image. 1 day between. 3 days after Monday. Playing cards. Neither female nor red. Neither a picture nor divisible by 2. Black picture. Neither a picture nor red. 1 lower than the 4th image. Not black. Neither 5 nor higher than 10. Red picture. Shapes. 3 sides. Even sides. Black more than 2 sides. 9 sides in total. Neither black nor odd-sided. Odd sides. Neither red nor circular. No letter A. That's it, the end of the round, and a quick check on the computer shows that it is a brilliant victory with a score of 15 for Joy Mason. And the full points breakdown: Anil scores 2, John 4, Jeremy 6 and Joy 10. So after 2 rounds we have a tie for first place with Krypton Factors of 14, John Reynolds and Joy Mason.
Round 3 response, and our contestants now terrify the good people of Blackpool with a display of aerobatic prowess, courtesy of British Aerospace's multi-million-pound simulator. As usual, the contestants are hoping to follow every twist and turn of the lead plane. The maximum score is 100. You lose a lot of points for crashing, but you also get points deducted for losing contact or deviating.
Ulsterman John Reynolds goes first. And this should be very interesting indeed. I say that because in the short training session each contestant receives before their flights, John and his aircraft seem to be on totally different wavelengths. However, maybe he'll come good now when it counts. His tracking score is excellent. But dropping now, and in fact dropping fast, and I think he's lost contact already. In fact, he's travelling in the opposite direction to the lead aircraft. Well, flying just isn't his forte. And he's now spiralling towards the ground, and that is one of the shortest flights on record, John Reynolds. Next, Joy Mason from Bradford, in the pilot's seat a bit earlier than she expected. Up through 5 Gs and coming to the top of the loop. Her speed is now down to 150 knots, but not for long. Her tracking score in the 90s, which is excellent, out of the loop. The tracking score dropping as she descends, and dropping fast because she's in trouble, and that is why she's lost position, and she's not pulling out of the dive either, plunging down and nose first into the promenade. That's a bad crash, and yet another very short flight. Hard luck, Joy. Now Jeremy Platt, the doctor from Glasgow, joint 3rd going into the round. What a chance he's got now to improve his position. Latches onto the tail of the lead aircraft. That's where he needs to stay. Through the top of the loop, and going extremely well. The tracking score in the 90s. Now the dive down to the promenade, levelling out at 350 feet. This is where Joy came to grief, and Jeremy's in trouble too. He's not pulling out quickly enough. Is this another crash? He's pulling back on the stick, and he just gets away with it. And a big sigh of relief from Jeremy. And he now has the distinction of staying in the air the longest so far in this heat. Into the 2nd loop. Tracking score still good. And rolling out of it now. It's always a tricky moment, this. Is he still in contact? Not sure. In fact, no, he's not. Look at the box above the tracking score. He's drifting to the outer circle, and he's gone into a dive and a crash and another abrupt end. Finally, Anil Sharma from Slough. Well, he only has to finish the course to win the round, but if he does crash, the round will be decided by how long each contestant stayed in the air and how accurately they were flying prior to the crash. His tracking score is very good, in the 90s. Out of the loop and into the dive, and he must level out at 350 feet. Jeremy almost crashed here, and Joy did too. Let's see how Anil copes. Seems to be levelling out quite nicely. No, he drops the nose and it's going to be another crash. That's unbelievable. He seemed to be fine, then he lost it completely.
4 crashes. That disastrous response round means John scores 2, Anil 4, Joy 6 and Jeremy 10. After 3 rounds, it's a close contest, but a leader has emerged with a Krypton Factor of 20, Bradford's Joy Mason.
Time now for another very original computer animation in our observation round.
In round 4, contestants have to prove they have outstanding visual recall. So if you're ready, please pay close attention to Beach. Right, 5 questions on that animation starting now. What number was displayed on the second yacht we saw? How many bows were on the kite? How much would it cost to hire 2 windbreaks? What colour beach hut were the couple sitting in front of? What beach ball appeared in the animation? Well, 3 of the contestants got 4 correct answers. John Reynolds, Jeremy Platt and Joy Mason. But John was quicker off the mark, so he wins the round. So 2 points for Anil, and on that time difference, 4 for Joy, 6 for Jeremy and 10 for John. Which means that we have a new leader with a Krypton Factor of 26, the civil servant from County Antrim, John Reynolds.
On into round 5, where it's vital for the contestants to build up their scores to take into the super round. 75 seconds of rapid-fire general knowledge questions with 2 points for a correct answer and 2 points deducted for a wrong answer. Ready on the buzzers, contestants? The clock starts now. In mathematics, what is the cube root of 8? Anil.
2.
Correct. 2 brass plates clashed together make which musical instrument? John.
Symbol.
Correct. The symbol Fe stands for which element in chemistry? Jeremy.
Iron.
Correct. With which heavy metal group did Axl Rose and Slash? Anil. Too late, Guns N' Roses. Over what distance did Sally Gunnell win her Olympic gold medal? Anil.
400-metre hurdles.
Correct. 400 years ago, which English queen was Anne Boleyn's daughter? Jeremy.
Elizabeth I.
Correct. Elizabeth Hurley is the partner of which actor who played John?
Hugh Grant.
Correct. Who was born in Grantham and went on to become Prime Minister? Jeremy.
Margaret Thatcher.
Correct. Thatch, rattan and date are kinds of which tree? Jeremy.
Palm.
Correct. Las Palmas is the main town of which island group? John.
Gran Canaria.
No, the Canary Islands. Who wrote Cannery Row of Mice and Men? Jeremy.
John Steinbeck.
Correct. Who succeeded Margaret Beckett as Deputy Leader of the Labour Party? Anil. Too late, John Prescott. Before entering Parliament, John Prescott worked for which union? Too late, that's it, the end of the round, and it means that the leader going into the super round with a Krypton Factor of 34 is the hospital doctor from Glasgow, Jeremy Platt. Well done, Jeremy, but now all the contestants must decide how to turn those points into advantages in our spectacular super round.
Yes, the more points, the more advantages our contestants can buy, which gives Jeremy Platt an immediate advantage, but there's all to play for in the super round after the break.